This is the new Audi Q4 e-tron. Actually, if you peel back the skin, what you'll find is the same platform as the Skoda Enyaq, the Volkswagen ID3 and 4, and also the Cupra Born. But to me, this looks really very much like its own distinct thing. Yes, it's quite cute and dinky at the front, but if I go back around to the side, that looks like a properly good SUV. And let's take a look around the back too. That is a seriously good looking car. And we also have the light bar, gives it this really nice road presence. Now at launch, there'll be a few different battery and motor options. So it all starts off with a 52 kilowatt hour battery, that's net capacity, which offers a range of up to 208 miles, and that's connected up to a 168 brake horsepower motor over the rear axle. Now you can also get a 201 brake horsepower motor at the back and a 77 kilowatt hour battery, offering up to 316 miles of range, which isn't too bad at all. Now there'll also be a Quattro version as well, producing 296 bhp, so that means that you'll have a motor at the rear and a motor at the front. And as for charging, you've got a 100 kilowatt charger as standard, but you can actually upgrade to a 125. And if you find a supported charger, what that means is you can get up to 80 miles of range in 10 minutes, which is very handy indeed. The interior is a real plus point in here. So this is a first edition car, a launch spec version, but we've actually got cloth seats. Now, some of the trim levels are a bit all over the place because these are really early cars. They don't always match up the production models, but you can get leather seats as well as something called Dynamica seats, which are kind of like suede, but they actually use recycled materials. But still, all the seats are very lovely. A new wheel design, which has actually got a flat top and bottom. Audi says that's designed to kind of go along with the lines in the rest of the cabin. You can see the really bold lines there, but it actually is a lot sportier, and we all know that Audis are super sporty. Now this is Audi's tried and tested infotainment software, which does the job, although it's starting to feel a little bit old now, a bit janky here and there, as you can see, and can be a little bit slow to respond at times. As you can see there, not the fastest thing on the planet. A Tesla is absolutely quicker than that. Physical buttons for the air conditioning. I'll take that any day, and it's definitely going to need to be ramped up on a day like today. We've got a couple of USB-C chargers, a 12-volt charger down there as well, wireless charger for the phone, and also a storage compartment just there. We've also got a nice big storage bin as well with an adapter, because if you're like me and you're old-fashioned and still use the old USB, you're going to need one of those. Another thing I wanted to point out is that you've got these touch controls on the steering wheel. Now, I thought these would be like the haptic feedback buttons that you get in the ID3 and ID4, which I personally really like. But actually, they're just touch controls, so there's no haptic feedback or vibration feedback whatsoever. But they are actually physical buttons as well as touch panels, which is a little bit strange. Also, the Audi badge looks quite nice there, but it's actually kind of just a sticker. And so I could see that wearing off over a bit of time. Now, we can't tell you our driving impressions just yet. You'll be able to find out on Friday. So leave me a comment below. What do you think of the Q4 e-tron? And make sure to be back here on Friday for our full review. See you then.